All right, Lord Jamar diss on the Slaughterhouse record, and what was the Joe diss? There were a few Joe disses
the
in
Trader
there.
Joe bar.
Trader Joe.
Why would I care about Trader Joe?
Trader
man?
Joe. Trader Joe. Trader Joe. Trader Joe. That's hurtful.
Listen, I'll say this as a friend of Joe Budden.
That's not right.
I was not offended. As a frequent shopper at Trader Joe's, I was offended.
You was highly upset?
That's offensive, man.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe.
Yeah.
I'm Joe.
Yeah.
Right, you telling me Joe is a traitor?
Yeah, man.
Are you more of a Trader Joe guy or a Whole Foods guy?
Both for different things.
Yeah. That's stuff. That's a real grocery shop.
Yeah. Like sometimes I get hungry and run up in Whole Foods to the buffet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, they buffet is different.
Who has
Hotline
the gall?
This is Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast that we record every single Friday. Goodbye.
Yo, it's a real one right there.
Yeah, I fuck with her. I mean, him.
So what you did there, that's a real one.
Yeah, nah, he did that.
He did that.
No, that's a real king right there. Mark got me in trouble the other day with that bullshit he pulled. Oh no, you just did that! Oh no, you just did that!
We could have deleted that.
We didn't.
Every time we say we're deleting something, it never gets deleted.
And one of us get in trouble. One day we'll do the behind the scenes of this podcast.
I called Parks at 2 a.m. to make sure he deleted something. He's like, "No, buddy, that wasn't in there. I've been got that out. That's okay."
What was it? What you trying to delete?
No, we can't talk about it.
What you was trying to get up in that mix?
No, nothing.
Oh, get up out the mix.
No, I just said something that would have went crazy, and I was like, I hope they deleted that out of there.
We deleted it.
Okay. I'll tell you off here.
I had to call Parks. Parks was out drunk. Said, "Nah, I hit Savon. Savon out drunk." I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get canceled.
Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Fuck it.
Savon hit me 4:30 in the morning, bro. I got you. I was like, thank you.
Yo, anytime we do the pod and I think I said something that is going to get me canceled, like, I just pray on it when I leave.
Pray to the offensive gods.
Please, God.
I hope that don't get us killed. But then all these toxic listeners are like, "Oh, I felt you on that." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah. And not only that, they won't even quietly do it. They'll retweet it 1,000 times to make sure everyone heard that shit.
Oh, no. They at Spotify.
Yeah.
Yo, when you said that. Yeah. All right, I got it. Keep that between us, what I said.
Yeah.
Trader Joe. Listen, Eminem, in 2020, right? Let's have a heart-to-heart really briefly. And really, really briefly, because there's a lot of music to get to or a lot of things to get to. The same way I feel like he should stop dissing Lord Jamar, he should stop dissing me. Like, hey, whatever we had, that exchange, when you did all of the videos, the Trapped in the Closet interview videos, and when I said whatever I said on the pod, it was a moment in time. We had our exchange, and it's over. In 2020, I can't harbor negativity toward not only one of the best rappers, but somebody I'm not angry at. That's what we got to stop doing. I don't be mad at the people I come in here and kill.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
there's no hostility.
I think a majority of the beef
after
stemmed
that.
from you just saying you didn't like Revival.
No, you liked Revival.
No.
Oh wait, no, Revival wasn't the one.
And that's why, but that's why Trader Joe,
Recovery.
and that's why Trader Joe is like hurtful a little bit. Last week I was gonna come in here and play y'all that Crook record where he said my name on the record.
Oh, I missed it.
I didn't hear it.
I know you didn't, but he said my name on the record, and then I asked him. I tweeted him. I said, "Why are you saying my name? Why didn't you ever say my name on the record when I was active?"
What did he say?
Well, you guys were in a group and friends.
Oh, please. When has that ever stopped you from dissing somebody? Being in a group and being friends?
Yeah.
You wanna know how many Slaughterhouse songs I dissed them niggas?
All right.
I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying. I forgot the name of the song, but this is the recent release. This is just last week. I could find it if we pause, but we don't need to do that.
Well, Joe, the therapist would say, just because you are not mad at them, you were the one that, quote unquote, insulted their art. So they have every right to feel that way about what they put out and your criticism of it.
Rory.
So you can't be upset that they're upset that you made them upset.
Rory, you are absolutely right. I'm only expressing to them it's a waste of time.
You can't tell someone it's a waste of time with their feelings.
That's gaslighting.
It is.
Whatever.
Gaslighting.
Yeah,
Remember they tried to make that term go?
Yes, they tried to make it a thing.
Gaslighting.
No, I disagree with you.
Yeah, no.
Gaslighting.
Right.
I have a different opinion.
Right.
Yeah, Crook said some shit. He said my name. He
Well,
said,
what was the gist of it?
the gist of it was
Just is a funny word.
Joe, if you say something else, then I'm gonna have to retaliate. But he said Joe. And that
It
was
wasn't.
that.
It wasn't yo.
No, it was Joe.
Oh.
So I asked him about it. I said, and he said his response was, "You had a lot more respect for my name then when you were active."
Because you was active.
So he says now it seems like I'm a little, whatever the term may
Yeah,
be.
sure.
say
toward
boogeyman.
it.
You ain't say boogeyman when you was rapping.
I say boogeyman all the time. All the time. Every minute I say boogeyman. And I can understand that from Crook, I guess, but shit, some of that should be funny that you do. And I have a job where I got to talk twice a week. And it's funny. Sorry.
Well, the important
Shout
thing
out
is
to
that
Crook.
you're now saying you don't harbor any.
I don't have a problem
That's the
with
important part.
anybody, man.
Crook,
But-
we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Crook. But back to you sensitive, but we love you. But this Trader Joe shit, we have that. Joe is not a traitor. Listen, everyone, and this applies to everybody in life, everyone has to do.
Oh, he ended it with, "I only joke with friends." You gaslighting.
No, that's what he's saying.
He's joking.
No,
With
he's
friends.
saying.
He's saying Joe's
Oh, he's
not a
Joe is
saying
not a friend.
You are not a friend.
I didn't hear the tone because I haven't heard the record.
No, it was an aggressive tone.
Okay.
He was saying, I only joke with friends, and whatever you doing calling it a joke, I'm not your friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not funny.
And I
Got you.
replied
No,
to
I
that
understand
by
now.
saying I wasn't joking.
Well, there's a mic right here.
I said, yo, Trader Joe, listen, everybody has to do what's best for them. Everybody has to move the way that they see fit, right? So when it comes to the word trader is just a little misleading. I have no beef with M. I have no problem with M. I've only had but so many conversations with M. I've been very consistent in my message. The only problem or issue that I had was in how our business was set up. The end. Does that make me a bad guy for having a different perspective on how the business should go or how we should be treated or how we should be handled, especially when it's our shit? Like, I know now ownership is cool and all, but like some of us were fighting for it then.
Yeah. I feel like the bigger
I don't
problem,
think
and I could be wrong.
I don't think that should make me like a traitor.
I think that the bigger problem that, at least publicly, has been said with them, with M, with you, was you having, dissing his album. I think that's what.
Yeah, no, but that's surface. That's
Right.
surface. The deeper issue is I say fuck Paul. And fuck Paul. I stand by fuck Paul only because of how loyal I am to Royce. And if you're asking Joe Budden, I'm going to always feel like Royce should be in a different position because of his alliance and over there.
Agreed.
I think that's a Paul issue. Paul, if you gave Noah a Def Jam job where he made upwards of $1 million a year, how do you think niggas that love Royce is supposed to feel watching how you handle him?
Agreed. I agree.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, when you just look at some of the moves that Paul made in music, fuck Paul, in music, when people are in mentoring positions and they take advantage of it, Joe is going to have an issue with it. Now, I understand Crook's issue because Crook still does business over there. So naturally, you want to protect your business investments and your business relationships, even if it's bad business. I get that. No beef. But why is Joe a traitor for doing what was best for Joe? Wait, then I seen some people on Twitter saying, and this Nino Bless was one of them, let's start calling Joe's retirement what it is. He retired to chase money.
Okay.
It's not fair. I don't think that's a fair assessment of Joe's retirement. I was rapping chasing money too. I just didn't get it. It didn't work. When I stopped rapping, it wasn't a dime coming from podcasting.
Very true.
We had no idea podcasting was even about the balloon the way it was. So don't say Joe's chasing money because it worked. It's not right, man.
I think that's right.
Yeah, it could have failed.
Yeah.
It could fail.
It still could, yeah.
It could fail. That's the thing.
I was about to say it still ain't sweet like that. Like,
Right.
No.
Yeah,
still a lot of work to be done.
It's also that's not fair too, because podcasting is still expressing yourself. Maybe in a different way, but equally as expressive as rapping is.
there's an art to it.
It's art. So
Well, no, I think his rapping ability matches what he does on State of the Culture, this podcast.
Yeah.
When he was at Complex, it's just another part of the brain, but
Right.
it's the same thing.
right.
It's the same
Expressing
thing. It's the
yourself.
same
It's
thing.
expressing yourself
Yeah.
and
Really
making
good.
a career out
Really
of it.
good at words.
And once you're making a career out of it, it's for money.
But let's get
Like,
off Joe's dick
let's-
because he ain't really that dope.
My only issues with
And you should always, well, I don't know about chase money, but you should always be focused on being successful somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
you shouldn't sacrifice your integrity
No,
and your
absolutely not.
moral
Never.
compass
Never doing that.
for a check.
You should chase the right money.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's a lot of wrong money.
Chase your dreams.
Then
And
there's
on
that
the way
all
you'll
money
make money.
ain't all money ain't good money.
Hell no.
There's that part.
There's a lot of
Big
nasty
fact.
money out there.
But my only beef with him in our business relationship was his inept ability to not only adapt with the times, but to separate brands. The end. The end. There's no ongoing. That's it.
And some of that may be more directed at Paul than at M. You know what I'm saying? Because
Well, that's why all of my shit is really directed at Paul, because Paul handles everything M.
yeah.
M don't even know what the fuck is going on with M
certainly
without a Paul.
Certainly on
gonna
the
say I
record
can't-
label end.
I can't ever put.
But that's what I'm talking about.
M has always been very vocal about him just being an artist.
Right.
He doesn't rap like Hove in the sense of I am this business guy. Like he's always been an artist, always will be. Even when he was running the label with G-Unit, it was at its peak. Like,
Although
I'm an artist.
From a legal
I'll help you
standpoint,
musically.
Yeah, but you play good cop, bad cop all you want. You are responsible for your representation.
that's what I was about to say. In my experience of dealing with artists, even if they switch managers, some of the same things still happen. So while we can pass all of the buck
Okay.
or try to pass all the buck to Paul, sometimes
Are you dissing Joe?
no, but
Are you calling him a traitor?
I mean, yeah. Joe behaves in similar ways with different managers. He has.
Of course.
I've been nutty at times.
Yeah, like sometimes the manager is just a shield. Is all I'm saying. I'm not accusing him of that, but ultimately, your representation does represent
I
you.
think Paul and M would both say Paul has been a shield for M his whole career.
Yeah.
Fam, whoever manages
Part of his job.
Whoever manages you should have your best interest. Whoever you do business with should have your best interest. And Joe's time on Shady, I didn't feel like my best interest was had by anybody. I didn't feel like Kings really gave a fuck. Gestures, court jesters, right?
Jester.
I didn't feel like jesters really gave a fuck about Joe shit. If anything, for me, that was confirmed by by the contract saying, hey, if we want to fuck with any of y'all as solo artists, we have the right to do so. But we got the group. Well, shit, what more writing does it need to be in that niggas don't give a fuck about you?
Right.
If I have the option to fuck with you as a solo artist and advance and help your career, but I don't, and I'm only focused on the group, how do the artists go home and feel like, all right,
He fucks me.
they holding me down?
Right.
I never felt like that, but I don't knock anybody else. Like, everybody got to move how they see fit.
That's fact.
And do the things that they feel are appropriate for them. And for me, I'm done condemning people for decisions that they make. That's an improvement that I'm trying to make on myself. We all make mistakes. Speaking of, I wanted to come in. I forgot to tell y'all. I think I squashed it up with L.A. Reid.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if I told y'all that.
No,
Is he a really good guy?